Several assassins board the same train to complete their missions. The film begins in a hospital emergency room, with Yuichi Kimura standing next to his injured son, Wataru, who was pushed off a roof by his enemies. He swears vengeance on them as he boards the bullet train in search of the perpetrator. He collides with an agent called Ladybug, who is assigned a task by his handler Maria to bring back a briefcase full of money. Due to his illness, he is replacing another assassin named Carver. Two assassins are also traveling by this train, Lemon and Tangerine. They have rescued the son of a mafia king called White Death, and are now traveling with the ransom money and the son. Now they have the job of returning his son, which they recovered from the kidnappers, and his $10 million briefcase. Just as these two get busy in conversation, Ladybug enters the cabin. He gets instructions about the location of a briefcase, so he spots and steals it from these assassins before they know. Meanwhile, Yuichi enters the first-class cabin with the ticket he stole from Ladybug at the station. He spots a girl he thinks is the culprit, but she looks like an innocent schoolgirl. Before he can comprehend, she knocks him out. Just as Ladybug is about to leave the cabin, a man arrives and hits him hard. At the same time, the girl called Prince dies Yuichi, and threatens him that she might kill his son if he doesn't cooperate with her. Later she explains to him her motive, to kill the White Death. On the other hand, Lemon and Tangerine become concerned because they cannot find the briefcase. They are afraid that White Death will kill them for failing to complete his task perfectly, so they plan to return the briefcase. As soon as they enter their cabin, they discover that White's son has died of poisoning. He was poisoned while they were looking for the briefcase. This heightens their concern as they discuss how someone murdered White's wife just a few days ago, and he has been very upset since then. Now, the death of his son may take a heavy toll on him. In another railcar, Ladybug fights an assassin named the Wolf, who thinks that Ladybug killed his wife, and, therefore, he wants revenge. Ladybug fights him, but keeps telling Wolf that he does not know him and is not responsible for his wife's death. Suddenly Wolf mistakenly stabs himself while fighting the Ladybug, so Ladybug tries to conceal this act by cleaning up the mess and hiding the dead body. Just as he tries to leave, he spots Lemon, whom he recognizes from a task in Johannesburg. He tries to flee, but the train starts moving again, and his chance of survival is gone. He returns to the dead Wolf, steals his mobile phone, and calls Maria about the situation. When going from cabin to cabin, he talks about stashing the briefcase, which Prince hears as she smiles smugly. When Tangerine passes by Prince, she tells him about Ladybug, and he informs Lemon to look out for a guy with black frame glasses and a hat, which is Ladybug. On the other hand, the Ladybug approaches Lemon and tries to make peace with him by offering to give back the briefcase in exchange for a guarantee of life and safety. They later start to fight as Lemon confronts him for killing the White Death's kid, but Ladybug denies the accusations and beats him up, making him unconscious. When he uses his phone, Ladybug discovers that Tangerine is coming for him, so he runs for his life. While hiding, he spots a deadly snake called Boom Slang, which has the deadliest venom in the world and causes internal bleeding in the body. Ladybug suspects that whoever killed Wolf's family might be responsible for the death of White Death's son. He comes with a plan to get away from Tangerine's hands by luring someone to wear his glasses and hat while he runs, using his firecrackers as a distraction. Meanwhile, Prince locks Yuichi in the bathroom and orders him to open the briefcase using every possible lock combination. She warns him about killing his son if he doesn't cooperate, as White Death's men ask Lemon and Tangerine to appear with the briefcase and the son as proof that they are carrying out their duties properly. Lemon and Tangerine find themselves in trouble, so they plan to fake the scenario to get out of trouble. They convince the White Deathmen that the son is alive and the case is safe. Then afterward, they decide to chase Ladybug for the briefcase and frame him for the murder. On the other hand, Yuichi succeeds in opening the briefcase and finds lots of cash inside. Prince arrives, surprising him when he is about to steal some money. She sets up explosives in the briefcase and tells Yuichi that she has also done the same with his gun so that he can kill White Death effectively. She claims that the White Death has been the target of numerous assassinations, but each one of them is killed by him using their own weapon. That's why she rigged the gun with explosives so that he would die this time. While on the phone with Maria, Ladybug uses the restroom and comes to the conclusion that a man by the name of Hornet uses a specific poison to kill people, and she is sure that he killed White Death's son with it. So Ladybug must prove that Hornet is the killer to save himself, but Tangerine comes following him, and they get into a huge fight. Ladybug tries to convince him that he is not the killer, but Tangerine wants the briefcase, which Ladybug doesn't have. Suddenly Tangerine gets the call that they must show up at the next station, or else they will die. Ladybug shows up as Lemon with Tangerine. They show a fake suitcase to the gangsters, but suddenly the box opens, and their act is revealed. They run for their lives inside the train. On the other side of the train, Yuichi requests Prince to let his son go, but she refuses, and just as they are talking, Lemon joins them. He asks them about Ladybug, but soon suspects them both as they utter the word briefcase. He targets Yuichi as he keeps drinking water that Ladybug poisoned. He shoots Yuichi as the prince tells him that he kidnapped her. Then they drag him into the toilet when he sees a pistol in her bag. Before he can also kill her, he faints, and she shoots him. Meanwhile, Tangerine prevents Ladybug from exiting the train as he wants to frame him for the murder of White's dead son, but Ladybug cleverly pushes him out of the door just as the train starts to move again. But Tangerine manages to jump back in the train from the back by breaking the window glass. When Ladybug returns to Wolf, he finds a picture of Hornet, a young black lady with curly hair. Suddenly she arrives there wearing a blonde wig, and he recognizes her face, and they fight. She gets a flashback of killing White Death's son for the money, and tries to kill Ladybug, but during the fight, they both get poisoned by the syringe. Ladybug grabs the antidote when she pulls it out, saving himself while she bleeds to death. So, Ladybug hides with Wolf as he gets the call from Maria, who tells him to get off at the next station and relax. Meanwhile, Tangerine reaches the first-class cabin where the prince tries to escape, but he spots Lemon's sticker on her and calls her out for being a liar. Just before he can hurt her, Ladybug saves the prince, thinking of her as an innocent young girl, and Tangerine gets shot and bleeds heavily. Ladybug asks the prince to get off the train, but she hesitates, and they both stay together. Yuichi's father arrives to the cabin, and Ladybug feels uncomfortable with him. Before he can confront him, a snake bites Ladybug, and he runs away anxiously. The old man tells Prince that he knows her disguise and has already saved his grandson from her men. She's scared and runs away from him, but he says that karma will take its course. The old man and Ladybug find Yuichi and Lemon alive in the bathroom, and they all gather together to take revenge on the White Death, who awaits them at the station. When they reach the station, Ladybug gains time by giving them the briefcase. White Death, on the other hand, runs into Prince, his daughter. She tricks him into shooting her with a rigged gun, but he refuses and runs away. White Death explains to Ladybug that he put all the assassins on the train to take revenge because they were responsible for his wife's death. Lemon and Tangerine killed his crew, Carver hit his wife's car, and Hornet killed the surgeon who could save her. He also holds his son accountable as he wanted his mom to pick him up, and she died. While talking, his men open the briefcase, which explodes, pushing Ladybug and White Death inside the train. The old man fights the White Death because he once murdered his family. As they all fight, Lemon starts the train and throws some of the men away. The White Death henchmen fight the assassins as he gets into a fight with the old man. Soon the train crashes into Kyoto, and White Death tries to kill Ladybug, but gets himself killed as the pistol explodes in his face. When the prince tries to hurt Yuichi, his father, and Ladybug, she gets run over by Lemon, who drives a truck. Finally, while authorities work to clean up the wreckage left by the train crash, Maria shows up to get Ladybug,